A morning like this almost stops time. Soft November sunlight spilling across the property, the air calm enough to feel peaceful yet alive, and just enough warmth lingering to make the day feel like a gift. Days like this make outdoor projects feel less like tasks and more like opportunities, moments where small decisions quietly shape the future of the garden. Today is one of those days, and every placement, every stake, every tree moved or planted will influence how this landscape looks for decades. The plan begins with new arrivals, freshly selected trees from Mad Tree Farm, each one chosen with intention, each one holding the potential to change the rhythm of the garden. Before a shovel touches the soil, their future homes must be decided. Staking becomes the quiet but important first step, like sketching the outlines of a painting before laying down any color. But this isn't just about marking spots in the dirt. It's about predicting growth, shade, movement, harmony, and how each tree will play its part in the larger story of the landscape. The blue spruce is the first to claim attention, a striking tree whose steel blue needles promise a beautiful contrast among the sea of greens. The spruce will take the place of the lilac currently rooted in the entryway, a plant that has served its purpose but needs to shift to make way for something bolder. That small adjustment alone sparks excitement. A new centerpiece. A new focal point. A new layer of interest every time someone walks up the path. Where the lilac goes next matters just as much. Every tree has a story, and this one still has chapters left to write. With a small tree spade, the team will lift it from its current home and carry it gently to a fresh space where it can thrive without competing for attention. Watching large trees being moved never loses its magic, a reminder that landscapes are living, evolving works of art, never as permanent as they appear. But placements are never made alone. A second opinion is essential. That's where Erin steps in, bringing a different eye, a different logic, and sometimes a completely different idea that changes everything. Together, decisions become clearer. A quick adjustment to center a stake better. A shift to ensure future width won't crowd a pathway. A discussion about color balance and structure. These moments, quiet conversations in the garden, often shape the most impactful outcomes. As they continue staking, the property begins to reveal where certain trees want to be. The new blue spruces, the Norway, the maples, the plum, the heritage oak, each one has a place where it can bring out the best in the surrounding space. Some spots solve design problems. Others fill empty areas with purpose. And a few decisions come down to instinct, intuition, and the simple desire to make the garden feel more alive. When they reach the row of North Pole arborvitae, another choice presents itself. Move them for a cleaner line? Keep them and expand the row instead? Sometimes the best design comes from leaving things as they are, letting time do the heavy lifting. Not every imperfection needs correction, some simply need patience. And patience is something gardens teach endlessly. As they walk, the work crew installing concrete blocks comes into view. Each slab weighs nearly 5,000 pounds, yet somehow fits into the rhythm of the day seamlessly. Those blocks mark the start of a new space for storing mulch and compost, an area that may not be glamorous, but plays a crucial role in maintaining everything else. This garden runs on beauty, yes, but also an organization and the practicality that supports seasonal projects. Back to the trees. Two arborvitae behind the pole barn present another decision. Move them? Center them? Or leave them as they are? After a thoughtful discussion, the conclusion falls on simplicity. They're growing well, protected from the neighbor's view, and trimming them during the holidays could even become a small tradition. There's no need to overthink what time will naturally refine. The conversation shifts to the heritage oak, affectionately called Scrat. The nickname stems from its relationship with acorns and the animated squirrel from Ice Age, and it sparks a moment of shared laughter, those little breaks that make long project days warm and memorable. But Scrat has to move. One day, the area where it stands will become part of the horse paddock, and oak acorns pose a danger to horses. Better to move it while it's young and resilient rather than risk waiting too long. And then there's the thundercloud plum. Beautiful, but placed right in the path of a future walkway. Its fate is not to be removed, only relocated, and ideas begin to swirl. Should it move to create symmetry? Or should it shift to add color contrast where reds are missing? Every option shifts the balance of the garden in a different way. Not far from there, another tree needs attention, a red point maple planted years ago but now creating more problems than solutions. It blocks the view of the fountain, competes for space with the locust tree, and has started to grow slightly unbalanced. Moving it now is the wise choice, not only for design but for the tree's long-term health. In a new space, it can grow more evenly and become the stunning, symmetrical shade tree it's meant to be. With stakes in hand, they head to the north garden. This area holds massive potential, more space, more sunlight, and more room for large trees to stretch their roots. Here they mark spots for the oak and red point maple, careful to respect the underground lines that run through the soil. The placement becomes a puzzle, balancing future growth, fall color, and natural spacing. The yellow of the oak and the red of the maple will one day paint this section with autumn brilliance. The plum, however, is less urgent. It can go here or somewhere else, the decision can wait. But when a spot near the pathway sparks interest, the answer seems close. Until they remember the buried utilities beneath that exact location. Easily solved by shifting the idea a few feet, but important enough to rethink on the spot. From tree to tree, the north garden begins taking shape in their minds long before anything is actually planted. An evergreen here for privacy. Another one there for winter structure. A spruce placed where open land feels too empty. A Norway spruce positioned proudly on the berm, adding height and strength to the landscape's silhouette. Each stake in the soil isn't just a marker. It's a promise. A commitment to what this garden will one day become. A vision, piece by piece, taking form through thoughtful planning, lively conversation, and the excitement of watching the property grow more beautiful with every season. And even after hours of staking, walking, adjusting, and rethinking, the day still holds more. Garland waits to be draped across the balcony railing, a touch of winter magic ready to transform the house into a picture-perfect seasonal scene. There might even be time for 2 winter containers, those joyful, creative arrangements that fill the cold months with color and texture. Later, the open house at the garden center calls. A chance to browse, gather inspiration, and let the kids wander among the displays. A perfect way to end a day filled with planning, purpose, and the simple joy of creating a landscape that reflects the love poured into it. This day becomes a reminder of something important: gardens are never finished. They're always becoming, always shifting, always teaching patience, decision-making, and appreciation for small steps that add up to lasting transformation. Every stake placed today sets the stage for beauty tomorrow. And every tree moved or planted becomes a part of a story that will continue long after the work boots come off and the sun dips behind the hills.